Welcome to the Crown Score Champions. Oh my god, bro. This is fucking crazy.
This is new shit.
We have a new setup.
Yeah, we are.
You audio motherfuckers are missing out.
Oh, yeah. If you're an audio, you're a bitch ass motherfucker right now. You're audio only.
We're so professional.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which I'm sure we've made by now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No free promotion.
It's really funny that we have.
We'll get that in post.
We have
we
rebooted the podcast to Ground Score Champs. And
we rebooted it again and again.
Yeah.
Again and again. This is a new chapter. They're all chapters. They change.
We're like what episode? We're like in the teens, right?
We are episode 16.
Episode 16 of the new reboot, and we finally got some fucking video.
We have video. Yeah, cheers. We have video.
Hey, LaCroix.
Beer, yeah.
I've been on a fucking seltzer water kick, bro. I think
It's from all that tequila you've been drinking, my friend.
probably.
You're quite the tequila drinker these days, I've noticed.
Yeah, I've been drinking.
You're speaking to someone who's currently relapsed. So,
I've never considered you as a person who has a problem with alcohol, though, so it's not really a relapse.
I don't think you've had enough. I don't think you've gotten a drink with me enough.
That's fair. But also, it's like, bro, it's COVID nation. Like, we got to start. I remember I was like, if the world's ending, I'm going to do heroin just to try it once. And, like, if I'm going to buy some heroin and right before they herd us into camps and shit, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the fucking heroin. Just be like, yeah, we're going out, boys. I don't know if I'm going to do a lethal amount and just do enough to, like, wake up in the labor camps that girl boss Kamala's going to put us in.
Kamala Girl Boss Harris.
Did you see that thing where she was like, freedom? She was like, when I was a kid, I was at a civil rights movement, and I remember I got lost from my mother, and she found me and was like, what do you want? And she said, I want freedom. And I was just like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Kamala's a clone.
I'm sick of people like her and like Ilhan Omar and the Squad and AOC. Just like, all they do is tweet. Like, hit us with the $600 stimmy, bitch. Like, all you do is tweet. You ain't got nothing.
Yeah, just because AOC will get on TikTok and like give you fucking like little life hacks on how politicians work doesn't mean she's like 100 people. Like, I remember I made this point on Twitter and somebody was just like, it's fucked up because like she came from the fucking, she's grub like us. Like, she used to work at a bar and shit. And I'm just like, bro, like, no politician should be trusted.
She went to a good school though.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that like she's trying to do her best.
Right. But I mean, to believe in the current system of democracy and all this shit that we have is to be a fool and to play into it willingly. You're a part of it.
Yeah.
Whether you try to be Lisa Simpson's ass AOC or any of these other nerds, they're all playing the same game and they're playing it together. It's all kayfabe, man.
Do you think they're just trying to push the socialist agenda? Do you think they're in favor of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
Are you bringing this up?
I forgot that was a whole bit last episode, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good one.
You listen to our episodes is what that means.
Yeah, dude, I've covered it before. I try to like listen to it, find good bits. Now that we have the video element, I guess I don't really have to do that.
You're gonna watch yourself and jerk off now.
I've never jerked off to a picture of myself, but I should probably try it. One time, I used to have a thought as a kid a lot where I was like, if I could clone myself, I would probably fuck it. I was like, I'm fine with my body. Like, I'd fuck my clone.
I think we'd all fuck our clone.
You think you'd fuck your clone? Could you see yourself fucking yourself?
I'll at least get taught from myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't let the clone, bro. Like, the second you let the clone top you, that's when he starts thinking like, I could kill this man and take his place.
Oh yeah, you cannot let your clone top you. Who's out here bottoming to their clone?
Yeah, bro.
Maybe that's the real sicko shit where you're like, I'm so good at fucking, like I'm gonna bottom myself.
The people that do that are the kinds of people that have their eyes wide open and never like blink.
Yeah, that's scary shit right there.
Man, I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé again, and there's a dude in there who just displays... There's two dudes in there. Actually, 90 Day Fiancé is a lot of dudes just displaying psychotic behavior. Like, my favorite thing about 90 Day Fiance is there's always like some guy who like, he's like, oh yeah, me and this girl are just like, we're so in love. And he's like, how do you feel, baby? And she's like typing like into a fucking she's like, that was my Scandinavian
Gives me
impression.
money.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the guy who goes to Russia and he's only texted the girl and he's been texting her for like 4 years.
Oh, the fucking like 60-year-old dude who's
And it's like happened to him before where he's been like just texting a girl and it wasn't ended up being a girl.
yeah, it's like the most recent season with like Ed and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro, that dude was balls deep in his fucking There was like, so he goes to Russia, right? Tries to find her, she bails on him at every turn, and then he goes back to America, and everybody was like, yeah, we told you, and he's like, I'm going back. And there was a scene where he's walking onto the plane, and like he's got the phone taking like the selfie shot, and he was like, I'm on my way back to see Lana, and this look in his eyes, like, and the way he was walking,
kill myself.
like he was walking almost too fast for himself, and like he was so determined despite the fact that it didn't work out, and like that bitch is playing him, bro. I bet she's getting dicked down by some like big 7 foot like
think
Scandinavian.
The saddest episode for me was the damn it, we're doing video now so we just can't.
Yeah, no, that's fine, just it happened. I saved your this is gonna be explosive. I can feel the pressure building up.
1, 2, 3.
Good episode.
Live
so
television.
Far. Yeah, fuck it, we're doing
Oh,
live.
dude, you stopped it perfectly.
Literally nothing got
So-
wet besides the cloth. That's good.
We're good over here.
Interface a little drippage. Fuck it.
Yeah, didn't even get my book of papers wet.
Good episode.
My sad, the saddest episodes of those for me was like the auntie, like who couldn't accept it, like the old black lady who was like,
bro.
no,
They were like,
not
yeah.
Roger.
Williams, bro.
Yeah.
A big buff Muslim British dude named Williams. I was like,
No, Williams is
"Which one?"
nice.
And they were like, send us money and we're gonna fucking like leak your nudes. My first thought was, I'm trying to see them nudes, bro. Like she was apparently
Milf
like
hunter.
500 pounds and then lost the weight and then got like looking like that.
Damn.
So I was like, yeah, bro.
Well,
Some of those bitches, like Darcy, bro, like I'd be like, bro, just take a chance with a poor nigga like me, bro. I will literally give you all the fucking love you want if I can,
Darcy, is that the Australian?
like, the really rich one who looks like she has a twin sister. She got big ass titties.
See,
I'm about to pull her up.
I want to be in a polycule with the bitch who is like, who has like, has no, she has like no immune system, and the Australian girl.
Oh yeah, the lesbians that didn't work out. Or they're both bi.
Yeah.
So this is Darcy. She's apparently a mom of 2, so she fits my MILF category.
Carlsberg. Everyone here tested for COVID. Oh, that one. Yeah.
She's damaged, but you know, a poor nigga.
You know,
A poor nigga do it.
I've dated a Darcy in my day. She was Italian. She had a kid, and
Little bucket of booply.
yeah, she was a lot like that. Like Darcy reminded me of that girl a lot.
Bro, you're just feeling all sorts of destructo. Said I'm gonna spill
being
my beer.
destructive.
What if that just started a fucking fire in the garage? That'd be
That
the
would
funniest
suck
shit,
for
bro.
whoever owns this bunker that we're in.
Yeah, bro. We are bringing it live to you from a nuclear bunker built by Alex Jones and
Sponsored by Alpha Brain.
yeah.
Onit.com. Use promo code GroundScoreChamps for 20% off.
Is this the fucking like first actual episode of the new year?
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
started out by christening our new set.
Yeah. New year, new set.
New year, new set. No
Watch the
guests today.
Watch the fucking Laser Boogie set that we did.
Yeah,
It's
go
on
watch the
YouTube.
Laser Boogie Suicide set, you dumbass.
I'll throw a link to it in the description.
You're donkey brained if you don't watch it.
Yeah, you got fucking hee-haw brains. Oh, bro. What's the most donkey brain moment you think you've ever had?
Besides just spilling this beer on our first recorded episode,
Yes.
past relationships,
Too
donkey
easy.
brained moments.
Donkey brained women, huh?
Falling off the hi-fi stage was not fun. I felt very donkey brained afterwards. I drank a lot afterwards. I was
After
sober
that,
when
people were like, that's the guy who fell off the fucking stage.
they're like, this emo night is turned the fuck up.
Man. As passe as they were getting, I do kind of miss emo nights.
Oh, thanks, asshole. No, ours was fun.
I mean, you guys recognized it too because you guys were
we
ending
played
it.
in.
I'm not saying like your guys was getting old, but it's like it was like getting at the time where like emo nights were becoming like a Target meme. People would be like, oh, don't go to, like if you go to emo nights, yada yada. If X, then Y.
Yeah, I mean, we made it into shows. That's what it was. That's what we wanted it to be.
It was a lot of fun. I tripped I've always wanted to trip in Healer, and the last emo night, I tripped so fucking hard.
The mushrooms were hitting that night.
I remember as I was playing one of the Dope Sweater songs, I could feel like the vibrations coming off my body.
Yeah, I remember I was like, oh, you guys ate all of those?
We literally ran into Austin's car and just started chewing him.
Good times.
Yeah. Hurry up and get y'all vaccines, motherfuckers, because I'm trying to do shit. I got the cards to
We gonna
fake 'em.
forget how to play instruments over here. A lot of people don't know that I play instruments, and it is funny. They're like, you've never been into a band. I'm in one now, but I do samples and drums. But
I like how somebody called us analog music at first for that
did?
set. Somebody in the Discord, they were like, "Oh, you guys are an analog band?" And you were like 50-50.
pretty much 50-50.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Once I get more equipment, I got an accordion today.
Someone goes,
I got a fucking accordion today.
oh, that's so sick. But
Yeah.
before we get onto the accordion, I forgot my favorite moment of the fest was someone going, is this shit live? Like they thought we were playing it live, and I take a swig of a beer on the stage. And I'm like, beer in the chat.
beer.
Beer.
I like how you were just like play along. So like for the people that haven't seen the set, we had like an intro where you see Chad and Austin pull up into the garage in the car, and then they get out of the car and pull me out of the trunk, and then we walk up to the blue screen and start playing the set. And
Shot in the same bunker.
yeah, and
That was awesome.
as we were like, as our set was coming up in the chat, and Chad was like, "Where are you?" And I was just like, I was like, "It's dark and it smells like weed." And I was like, "I'm in the place you would least expect." And you're like, "Where are you?" And you're like, "Oh my god, dude, are you in the?" And then as like the video, like as I was coming out of the trunk, I was like, "I'm in the fucking trunk, bitches." And then I pop out, and then like, oh, just people be like, "Is this live?"
The pageantry was
beer.
The pageantry was good times.
Yeah. Live sets are lit, bro. It was so funny. I was like, I'm watching myself play a live set, drinking tequila
It was
on my
very
couch.
voyeuristic and fun.
I was playing.
It was time to be texting each other while we were playing.
I was like literally playing my Switch and just like watching it on my TV, and I was like,
Yeah, like we harnessed the power of basically a like State Street pub, and shouts out State Street pub. And yeah, like we harnessed all of our DIY energy and came up with a cool set, had a fun concept for it. I mean, it's what we're gonna have to do until shows happen is just get on your toes.
yeah,
Like, we didn't put a lot of money into this shit.
no money at all.
No money at all, actually.
I mean, over time, if you want to look at things in the grand scheme, but a lot of money about the fucking
I mean,
blue
we
screens,
didn't
about the camera.
buy
but
anything specifically for that set that we weren't buying. or
honestly, you
owned
could have
already.
done what we had with a fucking iPhone. All right, I'm gonna give people the trick of the trade here. If you have an iPhone, you can do blue screen shit. iMovie has it.
It's true.
There you go. The other day I had an epiphany, and I was like, bro, I want to be one of those guys who just like, I just want to like put out my epiphanies and like the shit I learn as I fucking learn it.
Sounds irritating. No, I'm just joking.
I want to give people, it's just like sometimes like when I'm trying to find shit or like figure out how to do something and somebody just like puts it into simple words for me, I'm like, holy fuck. And like there's so many things I'm like, bro, you can like, people be like, oh, I can't
So you
start
want to be a
YouTube.
teacher?
No, fuck that.
You want to be Gary Vee?
I want to be like Iggy Pop, where I'm a musician, I blow up, and then I can just start talking. Or Henry Rollins even.
Listen here, man. I mean, like, just get some speed from the guys from the MC5. Go on tour. You sell all the speed. Sell half of it. Do the other half.
I don't know, bro.
No, I feel you. It's give a man a fish. Teach a man to fish.
Teach a man to fish, and he's gonna get so much pussy.
Teach a man to fish and how to eat pussy. I mean, you have to move to a different town. That guy's just gonna be eating all the fish and eating all the pussy.
I was thinking, I remember I read a rumor that Mel Gibson was gonna be making Passion of the Christ 2 soon.
Yeah, I don't understand how that would happen.
Well, there's still so much more to tell, I'm sure.
Did they just go up to the Old Testament or something?
I don't fucking know. My mom made a habit to watch that shit every Christmas, and it got really depressing.
Don't they like beat the shit out of Jesus in that?
Bro, they kill the shit out of Jesus. Jesus talks to Satan. Satan tells Jesus that it's all the Jews' fault.
Whoa. Jesus talks to Satan?
Some shit. It's a weird
no
movie,
way.
bro. Have you not
see
seen Passion?
No.
Let's get high as fuck and watch Passion, bro.
Bro, I will. I mean, we can go do this. We can go after this. We can go watch Passion.
Bro, it's there's a scene at the end of Passion, and it's when Jesus dies and he's like crucified. I'm pretty sure it's like...
I'll get crucified.
I could be recalling this wrong, but Jesus like fucking dies on the cross, and I think he comes back. Like he resurrects, as the story is told. And when he does, there's like a shot of Satan down in hell, and he like looks up to the sky and goes, "No!" And then like the camera like pans upwards, and like you just see like cracked desert hellscape. And I was just like, I remember like when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck?
That shit sounds wild, to be honest. And I mean, I don't know why I never saw it. I don't come from a really religious family.
Yeah.
We don't really do religion. We just...
Bro, the guy who played Jesus in that movie
food.
almost died like 6 times.
Jim Caviezel?
Something.
What's his name?
That's crazy that you know that.
I know.
Oh, you mean Jesus? Jim Caviezel? Yeah, I mean, he's Jesus.
That's the only reason I know who he is, because he played Jesus Christ.
Dude, pull up his filmography. I want to see if he's done literally anything.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
He got struck by lightning
Jim Caviezel.
during the crucifixion scene, and then I saw he got like deeply lacerated during the whipping scene.
Hold on, Google. For search history says, not search history, the top things that came up for Google is Jim Caviezel movies, Jim Caviezel net worth, Jim Caviezel infidel, Jim Caviezel wife, Jim Caviezel new movie.
Jim Caviezel's net worth is frankincense and myrrh.
James Patrick Caviezel is an American actor. Caviezel portrayed Jesus Christ in Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ.
It's so fried that Mel Gibson made that fucking movie.
Yeah, and starred as John Reese in a CBS science fiction crime drama called Person of Interest.
Like,
he was in The Count of Monte Cristo.
Of all the fucking people to make a Jesus movie, bro.
Oh, this dude's had a sick career.
Caviezel?
Yeah, he's been in a lot of fucking movies. He was in Any Given Sunday.
Probably just don't recognize him because he doesn't look like Jesus in the other movies.
Ed, you remember the monkey playing baseball? That
yeah,
he's in that.
Wow. Has he been in just any absolutely god? It'd be funny if like after Passion he just did nothing but like
he was in
shitty,
The Rock.
Like, he did The Pacifier too.
He was.
Bro,
he's in Twins.
You remember like the 2000s period where it was just action stars being like dads and nannies and shit?
He was in G.I. Jane. Yeah, there were a lot of nanny movies.
Was with that?
Oh, he was in that weird fucking one of Robin Williams. Robin Williams' really good role, Final Cut. You ever watch that? He plays the guy who like lives in a he works in like a light room. Like he develops camera. He develops.
Oh, 1 hour photo.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Then what's Final Cut?
I don't know what Final Cut. That's that movie making program on Apple, but
it's got Robin Williams in it.
1 hour photo, I think, or 1 hour finish, or some shit like that is a movie where he plays like a sicko who develops pictures, and then he like
that's
stalks
what I'm
a
thinking
family.
about.
I remember watching that movie thinking, like, as a kid,
Damn,
it was going to be
Thin
funny.
Red Line. Okay, he's been in a lot of movies, guys.
I thought that movie was going to be funny because it had Robin Williams in it, and then there's that scene where he makes the couple fuck in front of him and he takes pictures.
Man, I hope this movie, The Number 23, is funny. Jim Carrey's in it.
That's kind of how I was with Eternal Sunshine. I ever tell you about how I almost got sued to fucking, like, the depths of debt? because I torrented Eternal Sunshine.
They tried to get me on one of those, and I talked to my dad, and I was talking to him, and he was like, "Tell him to call your lawyer." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Tell him to call your lawyer."
I
Never heard about it again.
torrented Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind off of Pirate Bay, and I guess I got a dummy torrent that they'd put up to track IPs.
They got me for like Black Hawk Down.
Bro, no. So here's the story, right? It was 4th of July. I'm at my mom's here in Terre Haute. This was when I still lived in Atlanta. Or no, I think it was when I first moved to Fishers. But my mom took me to this party, and I got fucking wasted, bro. Like, I wasn't supposed to get wasted. Like, she stuck me down in the basement with all the kids. I was like, these kids are fucking nerds. Like, one of the kids was listening to Christian metal.
Nerds.
And I was like, ugh. And then we were playing, like, Borderlands, and I was like, I want to go hang out with the cool
Stop
kids.
listening to Creed, pussy.
So there was
I'm
all
trying
these,
to
like,
turn up.
skater and, like, musician kids upstairs, and they were, like, hanging out, flirting with the MILFs. And I was like, these are my kinds of dudes. And I was like, hey, can you guys sneak me shit? And they were like, you look like our friend Tyler. And I was like, bet. So they just kept calling me Tyler all night. And I remember I got fucking wasted, and, like, my mom, my stepdad, and I drove home. Like, we all went home. And I fell asleep on the couch, and I remember waking up to my mom being like, like right in my face, and I was like, what? And she was like, did you get wasted last night? And I was like, no. My mom was bartending the party too, bro.
I mean, like, you're on a sick one, Mom.
And then she was just like, she was like, you missed 2 calls from your dad. He sounds pretty pissed. And I was like, what's up? And I look at his thing, and he was like, did you download a Jim Carrey movie? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, what did I tell you about torrenting movies? And I was like,
He said you wouldn't steal a car, would you?
you wouldn't steal my respect for you, son.
You
would
wouldn't nightcore a song, would you?
You torrented a 1.7 gigabyte file of disrespect for your bitch ass. I should have had you medicated. I wish your mom swallowed. Fuck you. No, but what he really said was Paramount sent a letter saying that they got our IP address and they were going to sue us for like more than the movie was budgeted at, bro.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that was the thing, bro. They'd put niggas, I bet they're like in the early days, bro, they would really fucking sue people for that shit. I bet those people are still in debt,
There's
bro.
a dude who...
I'd been like, good luck, nigga. Like, you're not getting it. Facts.
I don't know how reliable this is because I heard it on another podcast, but there's a guy who torrented... What's the name of that Wolverine movie? Logan?
Yeah.
He torrented Logan. He got like a screener copy of it somehow.
I remember that shit.
Didn't
he kill himself?
Still I don't know. I don't know if he killed himself in jail.
Oh, no.
Or not.
Bro, so many, like, nowadays
But yeah,
it's
they put him in for like 50 years.
I think if anything, nowadays all they do is like they contact your provider and they'll shut your shit off, but like they don't sue people anymore.
If you're doing it on a large scale, they're definitely gonna start doing crazy shit because of COVID.
That's why you should always use a VPN. Our next sponsor, no, I'm just kidding.
If you want to be a VPN that sponsors us, pull up.
Yeah, I literally
Give us free subscriptions.
I don't want to say the name of the one I use, but it's one that is often handing out sponsorships to fucking to the really good YouTubers, and it rhymes with board PPN, but. Yeah, nothing ever came of it. And then when I got back to my dad's house, I torrented the Godfather trilogy when I learned about VPNs. Bro, you scrolling through your phone and seeing titties right now? That's sick.
It's Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm looking up topics, first of all.
Fuck yeah.
There just happens to be titties.
R&D.
Oh, what is Brendan Urie tweeting for?
Bro, I'm girl boss Brendan Urie. That motherfucker, he just writes songs for Ellen to dance to now, bro. It's really weird how metal bands and emo bands nowadays are just like pop and rap. Like Falling in Reverse is a rap band now, bro. That's not.
A lot of people. A lot of people just are like, they find different lanes, and like, I don't mind that. I just hate it when their fans are like, you don't understand, like, this. Like, I saw something, it might have been about Bring Me the Horizon.
They switched hard.
Yeah, and someone was like trying to judge girls for liking Bring Me the Horizon, and then them not liking their hard shit, and it was really sexist and retarded, and it pissed me off.
All I know is I Write Sins, Not Tragedies is still emo bop.
That's Panic at the Disco's only good album.
And then now you got fucking music about. Literally, I described it to my coworker because he, like, when he came out of the closet, I was like, did you hear Brandon Urie music just like playing? Because I was like, that's when you realize you're gay, Brandon Urie music starts playing. You don't know where from. It's just like from the skies. You hear, hi, hi,
hopes for a living. I saw it. The top tweet I saw is society if Brendan Urie left the band instead of Ryan Ross. And it's like a perfect society.
Panic at the Disco has the same is the Maroon 5 effect where you can name the singer, but who the fuck else is in that band, bro? Who else is in that band? Yeah.
I mean,
Panic at the Disco, Paramore.
No doubt.
No doubt. Bro, and Gwen Stefani, it's so funny how she switched up, bro.
Bro,
like she played,
no.
you know, she played house shows and did some grimy shit, and now she's
Yeah.
like, I'm married to Blake. Look at me, little Gwen
Bro,
Stefani,
what are you
married to Blake Shelton.
No, man, that's how it goes out in Orange County, bro.
Couldn't be me, bro.
Orange County punks always go, dude. You know how many girls I know with chess pieces who drive fucking minivans and are like, I'm momcore now.
I mean, no, like that's
know what
how
I mean?
it goes. You can't be punk forever.
Exactly.
I've accepted that. I'm pretty sure I've expressed this mentality.
I mean, unless you're us, you can't be punk forever.
I agreed with punk maybe up until I was like 17, and I was like, I want to be an artist, not punk. And then like Dope Sweater happened, and it was just like kind of like punk shit. Made moves, but like you can't be punk forever, bro. I don't want to be like playing the fucking Mel in
Exactly.
15 years.
Yeah, I don't want to have a heart attack on the stage in the middle.
Yeah, I want people to be like, damn, that nigga's got sounds. So
That's why I manage.
I do like.
It's easier to be a producer and like an engineer too when you're older.
I think there's always going to be a punk element to every song I write, though, because I think like just writing like punk, like Laser Boogie is like computer punk for sure, and it's like I don't intend for it to be, but like just punk structure and like energy. Just
I kind of think it would be
it's
fun.
me.
No, that's a little self-indulgent.
I need to
But-
go hard.
A lot of the we've been getting a lot of weird comparisons.
Yeah, and none of which that I've been like, like yeah, I see that. Like some of them have put me onto bands. Somebody compared us to Show Me the Body,
Show Me the Body. I heard MSI.
and I've been listening to their album nonstop now.
We don't sound like MSI.
I would like to sound like the two MSI songs that I like. Like I can get the MSI comparison because it's computer punk. It was like MIDI
Yeah.
punk. My favorite thing about MSI is you can tell like the synths and shit. No, it's just like you can tell like they were using like dated synths and shit, like those like dated ass early 2000s shit. It's like now, bro, you could literally just use the fucking same shit you used to type.
Yeah.
Like
I could make an MSI set with just Ableton like on my computer.
yeah, it's really funny. I like that shit.
But to be fair, people make like Grammy-winning songs just on Ableton or Logic and shit at least.
Somebody in the comments saying that I looked like a edgy, or Captain Jack Sparrow's edgy brother.
Yeah, I was like, fuck you, dude. I was like, that dude's getting a fit off right now.
And then yeah, bro, everybody was like, bro, you're fitting this is so sick. I was like, I'm glad you guys think so.
I said something to Kane. I was like, he's getting the Julian Casablancas fit off. And he was like, oh, now that you mentioned it, kind of is, bro. That's sick.
I can't wait to Kane.
Kane doesn't sound like that, but...
I can't, bro.
I just made Kane
Bro.
sound like a fucking surfer.
You gonna like come lift with me? Me and my daughter are gonna go lift. Oh, I love Kane. I can't wait
Kane.
for
He's
Kane
such
to
a
stop
good
fucking
father.
with me and realize I'm a genius in the making, bro. Like, when me and him were hanging out one night, it was like that night we were waiting. Or no, he was like, hey, he's like, I really need to smoke some weed. And I was like, well, my guy's at work, but I was like, I got mad weed. I'll come smoke with you. So we hung out, and he was just telling me shit, and I was like, oh yeah, bet. And then I just like ranted, and he was like, damn. And I was like, quit fucking with me, nigga. Like, I do this.
I love that when you connect with someone, you're like, and they don't expect you to. You're like, no, I
He was just
get it.
telling me shit, and then I was like, imposter syndrome, and he was like, what's that? And then I explained
Yeah.
it to him, and he was like, holy fuck.
We all got it bad, bro.
It happens
At
out
least
here, bro.
We're aware of it.
I love it. See, the thing is like, I'm gonna be real with the ground score champs. The champs out here listening, look,
Big chumps.
don't get Chet hanked.
Oh yeah.
Get caught. You have to start a live and be like, I'm sorry. There's moments where like, you're like, I just feel like I think after like the second Dope Sweater album, after the first one, writing the second one, I was like, oh shit, bro, everybody loved the first one. We got to make this sound good. And we put it out and people loved it. But I was just like, man, people didn't fuck with like the first one. So it made me go harder for the third one. And the third one I put so much soul into. And then like, I feel like our third album is the experimental album that nobody fucks with. But it's like our best shit.
You're an experience.
So it was like, after that, I was just like, bro, like, I feel like I'm an imposter. Like, I just got lucky. Nobody fucks with. The party was over, bro. Like, it felt like I was at, like, the end of my rope. And then, boom, what do you know? Laser Boogie comes through like a pressure valve releasing fucking steam, bro. Like,
yeah, bro.
The thing about being an artist, and it's hard to realize, is...
Hold on a second. Basically, I took your solo brain goo, and I was like, let me throw some of my stuff into this brain goo.
Ooh, got a little sauce.
And I was like, let me organize this puzzle for you here.
And then Sipes came through. And
Sipes was like, I like to play. And he fucking played.
He popped his head around the corner and was like,
oh, we're making great records over here, do we?
But the thing about being a musician or an artist in general is like, it takes like, it's easy to constantly be on that grind, but like,
that grizzly.
You gotta fucking like let time brew to make like genuinely good shit.
Yeah, a lot of people like to like just make music and release it immediately. I don't like to do that. Some people like to sit on music for too long. There's a borderline in each.
You don't want a whole lot of red yourself, that's for sure.
A whole lot of head. You don't want to let Mario Judah bully you into putting out an album.
And then you see he was a fucking ROTC kid.
Who?
Mario Judah.
I mean, that makes sense. They're extra.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, chill. He was like,
listen here. He's like a WWE person.
What are you doing? I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sick of seeing his face. At first, when he dropped a whole lot of red, I was just like, this is the meme rap that you should be.
I think he is an industry plant.
Yeah, you think everybody's an industry plant, to be fair, but everybody is an industry plant.
Most people who are successful in the industry are planted there.
He came through with a very successful video with no hype. And I mean, granted, it was something that caught people's attention. But
it was just a meme. That was the thing. It just popped off.
It's just like...
He was on Fantano. He got interviewed by Fantano. Yeah, it's all for the meme.
It gets old. I'm sick of like the just like the world star hip hop and SoundCloud culture of just like memeing
it's
your way
an industry,
to the top.
bro.
I know it is, but
I think it's kind of dying off.
Yeah, I'm glad. But when I see traces of this shit pop up, it's like a graph where it's like there's gonna be little spikes, but it's like on a constant down. And like I'm so sick of it, bro. I'm pretty sure I've discussed this like I say music theory, but it's not legit music theory. But my theory on like music fads is it transitions from rap to rock, like not in like a steady like decade or like time frame. Well, but people's interest goes from one genre.
I'll pull the microscope back even further, and like you're saying, I think it goes from analog to digital a lot. Mm-hmm. Because digital becomes like a parlor trick. Like auto-tune there for a while was amazing, and then it burned itself out.
Yeah.
Like it's what is it? It's novelty. Mm-hmm. Like, because at the end of the day, a guitar and a bass and a drums will always be cooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as someone, a lot of people don't know that I play like guitar and bass, but like, because I've always been on digital shit, but I just always lean digital. I'm trailing off, but yeah, I do think just like the resurgence of rock and roll with like the Hives and the Strokes and the yeah-yeah-yeahs and shit.
Yeah, like all that shit plays into it hard.
After that was like, that's what killed boy bands, right? I'm pretty sure.
Boy bands, the thing that legitimately killed boy bands, if you wanted to get into it, was the fucking pyramid scheme came crashing down.
Yeah,
the guy who was at the top of it all he Scarfaced himself.
You did too much pedophilia.
Yeah, he was ripping people off, not paying people. Like his empire came crumbling down around him, and then all the boy bands fizzled out because.
Do you want to play rough?
Boy bands were not getting paid money at all. And
You know not amount about boy bands. I like that part.
I watched a documentary. There's a documentary about the dude who literally started boy band shit.
Everybody.
Like Lance Bass is in it, and he was like, bro, he was like when
They fucked my mouth. They fucked me right in my mouth.
he's like, everybody got fucked. My whole mouth.
They fucked my mouth. They fucked my mouth. They're fucking my mouth, Cherry. I'm fucking it.
He said when they dropped No Strings Attached and they were touring like literally like 2 years straight, he said they got paid maybe like $20,000
They got paid
a
in
year.
McDonald's. That's why Justin Timberlake was like, fuck this shit.
He said, I'm gonna go work with Timberland.
Yeah. And then he's like,
in niggas' bed to
hey,
do harmonies.
I like McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They're like, that'll be $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'll take stock options.
One of my true guilty pleasures is literally revisiting boy bands. Like I still listen to NSYNC. I never fucked with Backstreet Boys.
I like listening to like One Hit Wonders a lot. You know who's a great... I'm going to get shit on for this. You know who's a great band? Aqua. I will fucking die on this hill.
You've expressed how Aqua started your.
It's why I like sus music.
Yeah.
It's why I like music that's sus. That and DDR.
Man, when we drop this album, we gotta call it sus music. Just like
I thought it was gonna be called like Laser Boogie Horror Picture Show.
no, not the album, like the genre Bandcamp tags.
Yeah, okay.
I always hate I'll use
super sus electronic music.
I'll be like punk goth, and then after that I'll just be like
sus
cyber goth.
Laser Boogie Core. I always put my name textbook in there. I'm just like
Sonasuit Records shout out said
yeah, big shout out to our record label.
Bow bow.
Sonasuit Records is the label that pays me kind of
millions of dollars.
Yeah, we're getting bread over here.
Millions.
I don't have my chains on right now.
Yeah, bro. This is how we got this nice
I'll
studio.
get the Sonasuit chain out later.
Yeah, bro. They put me as like art punk, and I was like, I like that. Oh. I'll take that. I remember one time I got...
Yeah, no more just you being in the videos, by the way.
Depends.
Oh, we're going to talk about this. I'm at least making a cameo in them motherfuckers.
There's some ideas I have where I'm like, it has to be isolated. Like being buried alive.
We'll fist fight about this offset.
You want to fist fight me about my band?
He said, you learn to fucking play the theremin.
Sipes was like... He said something to me, and I was just like, I like that you have ambition about this, but I was like, you're also in another band. I was like, Dope Sweater? I was like...
You remember Dope Sweater? Hey, we're right here.
But yeah.
Hey, man, if I was trying to be in a three-piece, I'd rather be in a three-piece with me than Birdman, too. I'm just kidding. I love you, Birdman. You're a sweet angel.
Me and Birdman were hanging out last night.
And?
It was just chill. We were just hanging out, smoking
That's
weed.
my guy. I
Yeah.
miss that guy. I always forget that he cut his fucking hair.
Birdman's a legend. He's cut a lot of things.
Shout out Big Bird.
Time he cut his fucking fingers off.
Cut off his fangs.
Time he fucking broke his elbow.
Give me a roach. Hey, tobacco roach.
Indonesian
A roach
tobacco.
of
It has
tobacco.
these special effects.
Smoking a beady.
Actually, I'm gonna put this out, and I'm gonna smoke a roach all in one hit just for the podcast. And then I'm gonna think of a really dumb thing to say.
Roach race. Hold on.
I think this is about the same size. Wait, hold on. What's... God bless Video Elements. You might have to do that one. It's a little fatter, but... Okay.
This is retarded.
Hold on. All right. 3, 2, 1. So what if Rick James was Italian? A very freaky girl, you know, that the kind you can take home to mom.
I love my mama.
Roaches
Still not fair. I think there's wax in this.
She'll never let your spirits down. Bring your gabagoo. Oh, God. Bro, I like the discourse on Twitter that people making fun of like Italian or like Sopranos like accents and shit is like being racist and like overlooking the main point of Sopranos. And I'm like, if you think Sopranos is supposed to have a point, my guy.
The point of Sopranos is these people are all terrible, and you should not be rooting for them.
Yeah. The roach race is hurting me, bro.
Commit to the bit.
You gotta give me a roach race riff.
Roach race riff. Roach race riff.
Roach race. Roach race. What's it gonna be?
I don't know.
Naked Mario Kart, bro. All the characters are butt ass
that's
naked.
not a riff.
That's an idea. That's a pitch to Nintendo. Nintendo, I have an idea.
Racist Donkey Kong Country.
I'm just gonna. That's, use your imagination, crowd. Fucking be like Mario Kart.
I can't wait to see what you put up behind us when I say racist Donkey Kong Country. We've both been tested for COVID every time before we do this podcast.
I tested by coughing in people's faces and asking.
You got COVID?
That don't count, bro. The food fell out. But you can call it that. I smoked more weed. Let it be known I smoked more weed.
I didn't smoke any weed. I smoked tobacco.
Oh, yeah. Indonesian tobacco. So let me... Oh, God. Darcy popped up on my phone from 90 Day Fiancé. What a babe. But this is me when I try to pronounce hyperpop kids' names.
It's pronounced Babs.
I saw this, like, 99 Shakes is playing a fucking... What's it gonna be? A URL set. And seeing the names of everybody on there, I was like, what the absolute hell, fuck?
Who Jake's is?
Yeah, and like all the people's names on there, I was like, bro, y'all guys got some ridiculous ass names.
Jade's fire. Shout out Jade.
Oh, man.
909 worldwide.
2021's gonna be taking everybody, bro. I can't stop thinking about it. Rip to MF Doom.
Rip MF Doom. You said something about Dr. Dre being hurt, but there's nothing's trending on Twitter.
Just Google his name. Dr. Dre ain't doing okay. They're like, he dropped, and they were like, Dr. Dre hit the ground, and they're like, is there a doctor in the house? And he opened his eyes, and he was like, chronic, bitch, check it. And then he passed out, and they took him to the hospital.
He's awake and lucid right now, as of an hour ago.
That's good.
Dr. Dre is now in the hospital after suffering a brain aneurysm. Our prayers go out to him and his family. Prayers up to Dr. Dre.
The new media gets there and they're like, Dr. Dre, are you okay? And he's just like, bring me Marshall Mathers' sweet little butthole again. I need it.
I need another.
Bro, I had a homie who used to like, I remember he used to love Eminem, but then he stopped listening to Eminem, and I was like, why? And he's like, because he's gay. And I was like, what? And then
lyrical. What?
He was like, Eminem's not. I was like, Eminem's not gay, dude. And he was like, yeah, he is. He was like, listen to his songs, and he played me all the Eminem songs where he jokes about fucking Dr. Dre. And I was just like, huh. And then when that fucking interview movie came out with Seth Rogen and James Franco, and that scene where Eminem was like, I'm gay, he looked at me and he was like, what the fuck did I tell you? And I was like, Jonah, dude, I was like, I think you might be right. I was like, people can take this as a joke, but I was like, Eminem doesn't do cameos like this.
He dresses like a lesbian. You ever seen, you know exactly what fit I'm talking about too. It's the bandana with the yellow sunglasses. Classic lesbian fit.
Oh, I just see him in those Tom DeLonge hats with the beard, bro. Eminem definitely got cloned. Like, if you believe
no, he didn't. He got a beard implant. That's what he did. You put that out.
Yeah, I look at the Eminem
stick.
I look at the Eminem that is before us now, and I don't see the same Eminem.
They just snatched him up into that crowd of Slim Shadys, and we never got to see him again, the real one.
All the other Slim Shadys.
He never stood back up. Folks.
All the other Slim Shadys were just imitating.
None of the other Slim Shadys ever stood back up, folks.
Now listen here.
The real Slim Shady, he didn't ever stand back. They're making Slim Shadys gay.
Eminem's gay now. Listen, if you play Kim backwards, it's really about gobbledygook.
Now, if you look,
this is an example of the Mandela effect.
If you listen to the Mandela effect, then you'll realize that Eminem is a gay man.
I like how the Mandela effect is just a lot of people just like not
The Nelson
realizing shit.
Mandela, the Nelson Mandela effect.
You see the Mandela effect where you just get thrown in jail wrongfully convicted for 25 years for opposing apartheid.
Damn it.
But like the newest Mandela effect is people remember a T being in Skechers.
What? There's never a T in Skechers.
See, I always
There's a
hated
CH.
Skechers, so
Yeah,
I never
they're
paid
trash
attention.
shoes.
Yeah.
I don't want you to sponsor us, Skechers. Never.
Oh, bro, so I got stupid high the other night, and I applied for like 15 different game shows and reality shows.
Dude, what the fuck? Why?
It's a goal.
Can you get on them? Oh, wait. I think I can make this happen for you. We'll see. We'll see in the next quarter. Once you guys start taking your coronavirus, once you guys start taking your government issue vaccines, and we can all hang out again. Then I think we got this.
So everything's like streaming services now, right?
Yes.
And I've got a lot of theories about things. I think a lot, you see. And my thing about TV is,
Do you know?
it's gonna be like FM radio soon, where like all the like shows that people talk about now are on Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever. It's never like, hey, did you go on fucking like, did you watch the new Simpsons episode on Fox tonight? It's like, no, nobody does that.
It's like listening to AM radio.
Yeah, so it's gonna.
I was thinking about the Simpsons like that the other day, right before I hit a deer.
Cable's gotten to the point where it's just really weird, almost depraved game shows.
Well, network television too.
Last time I was applying for game shows, there was one where they were like, the floor is lava, and I was like, this sounds dumb as fuck.
Well, listen, no matter what.
It was a Netflix game show, bro. I didn't sign up for it.
No matter what happens, Chris Hardwick will be the host of one of those shows.
Maybe if he makes a comeback.
What do you mean makes a comeback? He beat that case.
Did he? I don't pay attention to Chris Hardwick.
He's married to a very powerful person.
He got that New World Order money, bro.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing is seeing actors before, like just famous people before they got all like New World Ordery. Watching
Kinda
the
like
Tenacious
Paul F-
D series, bro.
Like Paul F. Tompkins, like we were watching.
Yeah, bro.
We were watching Old
All
Mr.
of
Show.
them. Bob Odenkirk is getting that fucking like Hollywood bag now, bro. Like he's doing his own John Wick series now.
Well, yeah, the thing is, Bob Odenkirk's always been a handsome dude, but he just became an old comedy guy, and then now they're like, oh, we can make Bob Odenkirk ripped like we did like Kumail.
Bro, that shit is freaking me out.
Oh, with Kumail?
Yeah.
Why?
Just cause like the way he looked before and the way he looks now, like oh my god, and he did that in a span of like 2 months.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, bro.
He's been getting jacked for like a year.
But like people were like showing pictures of him like 2 months ago, and he was not nearly like. You could tell he roided up.
Well, I mean,
and people were like, it's racist to say it. All those dudes are roided up. He's gonna be in a Marvel movie. It's happening.
yeah, if you're in a Marvel movie, you may or may not.
You're a clone.
Do steroids.
You're the clone. You're the Marvel clone, bro.
Yeah, dude.
They get the most random ass actors.
Well, the thing is, it's like you don't think that someone who realizes that they're going to be in one of the biggest, not just you, like.
I mean, if they offered me a role, I'd get that jack.
Right, I'm just saying, but not just saying this is a big movie in North America. This movie is going to be big internationally. You're on an international stage now.
It's for China.
Well, that too.
Those box offices pay you handsomely.
Well, yeah, but listen.
You see how all those niggas know Chinese now, bro? That shit's weird.
Well, no, listen.
They all know Chinese. It's fucking weird. I don't like it.
That's why the movies are written the way they are, is so they're easily translatable.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you were going to be put on that big of a stage, don't you think that you would do anything in your power to be like,
yes,
look perfect,
bro.
or maybe like develop a complex about it?
I told Kane once because I was like, I know he's got friends in high places. I was like, I'll sell the fuck out. I was like,
call Bruno Mars right now.
Call Bruno right Mars. Now. Call The Weeknd. Tell them I'm ready to fucking like sell whatever this new world. Watching Tenacious D, the series from the 90s. The first episode is totally Jack Black before he New World Ordered up.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have, like, the Jack Black voice. He doesn't have the delivery.
He's just like a stoner dude.
Yeah. And then, like, the second episode, after they got some money behind, like, it's like almost like he sold his fucking soul. And then, like, he's like,
remember that discussion we had after we watched that
American Satan?
Yeah, American Satan movie about if we'd sacrifice someone, or
yes,
or if Dope Sweater would sacrifice someone. Remember what you said?
No.
You said that you would absolutely...
who I would do?
Yeah, you absolutely sacrifice someone.
Yeah, I do. Fuck them, yeah, I would. the person I hate the most in this world.
So he would absolutely sell someone else's soul to the devil, but not his own.
No, so the thing about American Satan, bro, see that fucked up thing, the premise of that movie was so goddamn good, but they just picked like the cheesiest
they tried to
band
shoehorn
present
too
it.
much shit into it is the problem.
That, and it was like a metalcore like jerk off, because like the Suicide Silence dude was in it.
I like metalcore.
I don't like.
I like metalcore. Okay, Greg Gordon,
Or no,
you
I
hear
think
me?
he was in Asking
You fucking hear me?
Alexandria. I don't like Asking Alexandria, and I don't like Black Veil Brides.
Black Veil Brides.
That was the main actor was from Black Veil Brides.
Okay,
He's the
I don't know
singer.
either of those bands.
Black Veil Brides was like an Escape the Fate ripoff.
I don't know who that is either. I like metalcore.
Ronnie Radke,
Yeah,
or not like just like scene metal.
he was in the
bands.
movie, right?
Yeah, not Ronnie, but
I like just like newer, like I don't know. Everyone's gonna beat me up for saying this because they're hardcore, but Vane is kind of like metalcore to me.
So what if, say, like we take this trip to like Cali when COVID calms down and shit? Because we were talking about it once. You remember? Say we're there.
We're supposed to.
We're out for dinner, and somebody's just like some dude comes up and he's just like Laser Boogie, right?
Like,
We're
no longer human.
We're like, what the fuck? And he was just like, yeah, listen to you guys' shit. And he was like, let's come take a walk with me. And he reveals himself as Satan. Has undeniable proof.
Feeding Cain to him.
No.
You're like, no, we need Cain. We need Cain to be our.
I love Can. I love keeping him around. He's the homie.
He's one of you guys are like five of my best friends.
I'll be like, can you preemptively make me a godfather? I'll be like, just because we're that close. I'll be like, it may be late, but no.
Get demoted to uncle like I did. No.
In that movie, the stipulation, like he was just like, yeah, it can be anybody. Remember they sacrificed Drake Bell because he was like a rapist and shit?
That was Drake Bell.
Yeah, remember Drake Bell was in the movie?
Fuck, he is in that movie for like 5 minutes. Dude, you know how long it's been since we did that review that we didn't release?
I watched that episode while I was editing a video the other day. We definitely need to bring back movie.
Okay, yeah, we have this component
What
now.
is that noise? Oh, the heater?
Yeah, it's
I
the
was
air
like,
duct. We are in a heated garage.
But yeah, like they sacrificed Drake Bell because he was a piece of shit who like blocked. Like that girl in the band was like, oh yeah, he's a rapist, and then like he blocked them from playing shows and invited them to the show just to like brag. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna stick him in this van and light that bitch on fire, and they killed him. So like, if Satan was like, yeah, let's go, I'd be like, all right. And then like, bro, you saw in that movie, he got arrested and got out, just like Satan, nigga, like.
Not unlike Dr. Dre pulling up to the Let Me Blow Your Mind video after Eve and Gwen Stefani got locked up with the big ass briefcase of money.
I know you can't hear the lyrics of No Longer Human, but the second verse I say,
no longer human, no longer human.
So I wrote that song about this manga I read that was really fucked up, but I was like, I identified with it, and I was just like, it's
really?
The manga's fucked. It was made by Junji Ito, who did like Uzumaki and shit.
Here we go. I knew it was going to be a Junji Ito joint.
Mm-hmm. So he made a manga that was an adaptation of this autobiography that this dude wrote. And the manga went like is this kid who like was like, yeah, I don't really feel anything. And like at school, nobody liked me, so I just make them laugh because they liked me. If like, he's like, if people picked on me, I just like tell a joke. If like awkward situations happen, I just tell a joke. And then like this kid with special needs joins the class, and like he tells a joke one day, and the kid looks at him and he's like, I can see through you. And he's just like, what? And he's just like,
oh fuck.
He's like, you're making people laugh, aren't you? And he was just like, this guy knows my fucking, like he sees through my facade. So he like becomes friends with the special needs kid, and like he just like does whatever he like can to make him happy, so he doesn't tell people that he's like faking being funny and like confident and shit. And then he tells, like, these two girls are like hanging out with him, and the guy's like, I'm gonna tell everybody that you're faking. And he's like, no, don't. So he was just like, one of the girls likes you. And he was just like, what? And he's like, yeah, they love you. And he like asks them out, and they're like, we would never like you, what? And like the kid kills himself, and then the spirit haunts him the whole fucking time.
What the fuck?
And then he falls in love with this girl, and she's like, I have a spirit that haunts me too. And then they're like, let's have a suicide pact together. But he doesn't die, and then her spirit haunts him. So he's got these two spirits haunting him the whole time. And like everybody like that he like comes close
What's
to.
this called?
No Longer Human.
Oh, this is called No Longer Human?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. But the lyrics
That gives us a lot of weeb points. I like that.
Yeah. The whole the whole song is inspired by that, but not in the sense that had people kill themselves on accident, just in the sense that your soul's been taken over by something non-earthly. And that song, I'm referencing Satan. It's dark where I'm, second verse, bro, I say, Satan! Don't stop now, you already have my spirit. It's dark where I'm going and I no longer fear it, bro. That's fucking goth bars and a half. We smoking roaches till we croaking.
It's a goth band. It's a goth band. You didn't have my back the other day in the Discord.
I'm tired of people fucking yelling at me, bro. My favorite thing about Laser Boogie, and I hate to toot our own horns here, we're polarizing because everywhere we go...
Well, we've been tooting our own horns now for about 55 minutes.
This is why you have a podcast, so you can toot your own horn.
Fair. Wait, no.
That's a horn.
That's a horn?
But...
I can't wait till we level up and get clip mics.
I have
mics that look like clits.
I have one lapel mic that plugs straight into the phone and you can like record
Oh
shit
yeah, we
through
were
there.
talking about this technology. I still don't trust it.
I have like a lot of fucking movie making shit. I'm ready to make skits like a motherfucker, bro.
We both do. That's why we've kind of combined.
Ooh, bro, can we make you look like George Lucas for a skit? I feel like if we gray your beard and give you a hairpiece, you could pull off George Lucas.
I think we could be George Lucas for a little while.
I was telling you earlier that
I'm a weird guy.
I woke up at 4 a.m. today.
I sound like Kermit the Frog. I sound like Kermit the Frog, or I sound like Ray Romano. Deborah.
I woke up at 4 a.m. and started watching the documentary about the making of the Phantom Menace for some reason. And just watching George Lucas, like, Lucas is like an accidental genius. Because, like, he made something that's like a harm, like, it's like...
George Lucas is a rock and roll suicide.
It's an international, like, icon. Like, the merchandising, the brand, like, it's all fucking so well known. But he, like, is just a fucking idiot. George Lucas is an idiot, bro. Like... The thing that made Star Wars so good was he laid the basis for it, and then people came in and they took out the bad shit and like kind of like he was gonna make a shitty B movie, and people were like, "This has potential."
This could be crazy. Well, the merchandising, man.
The merchandising was half of it because the fucked up thing is like I was watching a documentary about Star Wars one time and they show a comparison of like the original theatrical cut, and like somebody mentioned like the stormtrooper outfits were made out of wood and they painted them white, so a lot of the time you could see like nicks in them and it just looked so low budget. But after like Lucas became friends with Spielberg and knew about CGI and shit, he just like retouched them over the years.
Oh yeah, they did stuff like they took guns out of their hands for some of the shit.
If you watch original Star Wars cuts, you can literally see how low budget that shit is.
They made Greedo shoot first. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing that always fucked me up as a kid was watching. I had a DVD of Return of the Jedi, and at the end with the fucking Force ghosts of like Obi-Wan and shit, and they have Hayden Christensen shopped in there. Because it was like the re-release after like the fucking prequels came out.
Oh no shit.
So when I was a kid, I was just like, wait, he was in the ones when he was younger. My dad was like, no.
Your dad's like, fucking loser.
That shit fucks me up, bro. They literally like, if you go out and buy Star Wars DVDs, like say you just like go thrifting and you go to like Goodwill and buy a bunch of Star Wars DVDs, you're gonna find different cuts.
Yeah, it's like Space Jam. Mm-hmm. You get the VHS. That's where the Illuminati shit is.
I want to make a video called Goodwill Movies, and like I tell this to people all the time. People are like, have you seen this movie? And I'll be like, yeah, it's a Goodwill movie. Of course I have. And it's movies that you will find at every fucking Goodwill on VHS. Independence Day, for sure. You will always find a copy of Independence Day on VHS at a Goodwill.
That's such a weird movie.
Yeah. It was a blockbuster hit. When VHS came out, bro, like movies that sucked in theaters got big through VHS. So VHS
True.
was like all the fucking...
That's how Kevin Smith got his whole entire career, kind of.
Oh my God, bro. There was this place in Atlanta called the Book Nook when I lived there. And it was just like this, it was like almost like books, DVDs, and games here in town, where it's just like a small hole-in-wall shop. Just packed as far as you can see with like books, games, movies, DVDs. They had tons of VHS tapes, and I just like... quarter, bro. Just buy a fuck ton. Mm-hmm. I miss VHS days, bro.
Yeah, those were good times.
I still like buy VHS tapes of old movies.
Yeah, I just can't get into using old
It's
shit.
for the aesthetic. Because like I just
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like
it transports me back to that time. Like
I
playing
have
a GameCube.
The Sopranos on a hard drive. I have Goodfellas on a hard drive. I have the Casino on a hard drive. I have like all sorts of like old like I don't know, like movies you just like play in the background and shit like that on a hard drive.
Yeah. There's just something about physical media that I like because like you can put a movie on Netflix, but you're gonna like I feel like when you watch an old movie and you're watching those trailers, like when I put Blade in, like the DVD with Wesley Snipes, just seeing like the fucking like new metal trailers and just like all this dated shit.
Oh, dude, I love the trailers that are on the originals, like the VHS tapes and shit. I like the ones that have like, there's one that I used to watch that was like someone's extreme skiing, and it'd be like people doing like ski tricks and shit. Like, that's like early 90s
I had
shit.
like baseball bloopers, bro.
Yeah, no, these would be like the before the movie things.
Another
Trailers.
Goodwill
God damn
movie
it.
you will always find on VHS is Kindergarten Cop.
Yep, that road race fucked my head up.
Ooh, Rat Race.
The road race.
No, I'm talking about the movie Rat Race.
No, I'm talking about the road race we just had there, Coily.
I know
I'm talking
about-
about. No.
Fun fact, I'm the media nerd. Here's a fun fact about Three Stooges.
I'm the media nerd.
If you, most Three Stooges DVDs and like VHS box sets that you find only have 3 episodes on them, and then the rest is just gonna be a bunch of fucking bullshit. And it's because most Three Stooges shit is licensed and it's really hard to get unless like you're like a television station and you wanna like syndicate it. There's 4 episodes that are in public domain.
No shit.
And tons of companies like they'll make like my grandma got me this like I love the Three Stooges.
Warner Classic Movies
My
presents.
grandma got me this giant fucking box set of like Three Stooges shit. And I was like, this better be every episode. 3 fucking episodes of the Three Stooges. I know the fucking names of them because they're so I've seen them so many times. People got me Three Stooges shit for the longest time, and it was the same fucking.
Because you're a fucking clown.
Yeah, bro. So like, if you get like a box set, there's probably gonna be more shit. It was like a tin that was Mo, Larry, and Curly's head, and then it came with like a booklet and then the DVD. And the DVD came with the 3 episodes, the cartoon series, which is fucking ass, and then a never before seen, which like around the time the box set came out, they just dropped it. It was the last thing the Three Stooges ever did, and they all died while making it. And they never finished it, so they pieced it together, put it on this, and I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever fucking seen.
Damn, that's crazy.
I love the Three Stooges, bro.
I do. I enjoy the Three Stooges as well. I just haven't watched it in so long. Well,
All the episodes.
actually, I see that our producer is giving us the red light. Sadly, we are out of time today.
You know who else was out of
And,
time?
Who?
Mo, when he was making Three Stooges expedition trip. Bro, they literally were like, we're not going to do any of the slapstick.
We're still going on about Three Stooges.
Mo pulled his hair back so he wouldn't have like the Mo look. And then Curly Joe Dorita was like, none of them, like they didn't act like the Three Stooges, and they just drove to different landmarks around America and talked about them. And then they all died making it, so they never released it.
Wow.
They got cucked out of their money. But
Yeah.
that's how it goes in this business.
That's
They're doing
true.
Talkies now. Nobody likes Talkies, and that's
Nobody
why
want
we
to see
gotta
the
go.
Talkies, kid.
Thank you for
Everybody,
watching the first
everybody
video
wants ship.
episode of our damn
Everybody
show.
wants ship. Yeah, cheers. First video up.
Hey.
Fuck out of here, ground scorching.